tourist day. How are you?
I'm great, Melba. Thanks for having me on the show.
Great. And so I know, but they don't know. But you work at Shreveport.
I do. I work for the Shreveport Bossier Convention and Tourism Bureau.
Okay, and I think that is really one of the coolest places in Shreveport. So tell me a little bit about it, or tell our viewers a little bit about what's going on at the Tourism Bureau.
Well, we work with events and attractions of all shapes and sizes to try to get people to come to Shreveport Bossier. So whether you're putting on a festival or a concert, whether you're performing in a square in downtown Shreveport or at the CenturyLink Center, we're going to work with you to try to help you get the word out. You know, we realize that a lot of attractions in this city do not have a lot of marketing resources. They don't have big advertising budgets.
Right.
And it's more important than ever for them to stay healthy, to keep attendance up. And so we're out there trying to help folks get folks in the door, buying the tickets, coming to town.
Wow. So is that just for the big events? I mean, you know, I think when I'm calling the Tourist Bureau, it's for my huge concert that I'm having.
Mudbug Madness or...
Exactly. But, you know, I'm a small fry fit in maybe what you guys do.
Well, I think we're really good about keeping in mind that small fries become big fries sometimes. I mean, I look at something like the Shreveport Farmers Market. You know that 25,000 people attended the opening day of the Shreveport Farmers Market last year?
Oh, my God.
That's a full weekend of a major festival.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that 4 or 5 years ago it was 6,000-7,000.
Wow.
So you can just you have to keep in mind that things can become extremely popular. Something that you don't see as having the potential to become a tourist attraction to bring people.
Day.
It absolutely can. It absolutely can. You know, I'm excited about the upcoming Let the Good Times Roll Festival. I'm excited. You know, there's just so much. It's summer. We're in high gear right now, and there's a lot to spread the word about.
Wow. So that's great. So you work with festivals, you work with events. So tell us maybe about, you know, some of the other things that you guys might do besides just maybe events and promotions of events.
Well, you know, we help, for example, we help festivals and organizers get off the ground. You know, they may not know, look, we want to do the Gusher Days Festival in downtown Oil City, but we need a not-for-profit, we need to get set up, we'll help them figure out how to get off of the ground because we really want to help build these attractions to the point where they're self-sustaining, you know. Folks contact us at all stages of the game. We administer a grants program. So you can...
What's the grants program? That's something that sounds unique.
Events can apply for events and attractions. So a museum, for example, or a small festival can apply for a grant, and it's not a huge grant, but it is a little something that will help you book that opening night band or cover the cost of that event insurance. And it tapers off. It's a 3-year grant assistance program that tapers off because the idea is you're going to be able to replace that money with income in those coming years. Right. And I mean, I do everything from, I help with social media. You know, a lot of these organizations are run by volunteers. Right. A lot of volunteers are retirees, they're older folks. And someone may say, we need you to set up a Facebook page for this museum. And they think, I have no idea how to do that.
Right.
So it's just,
I don't have any idea.
Well, I do, and I love helping people do it, and it's at no charge to them. We design billboards, brochures, you name it, just to try to help these not-for-profits and attractions, museums, etc., get the word out. We want people coming to Shreveport and Bossier.
Wow, that's amazing. So, coming to Shreveport and Bossier, what about people that are already in Shreveport and Bossier? How does that play into what you guys do?
Absolutely. I mean, that's a win. It's a win for us as well. When I look at Festival Plaza and I see 15,000 people on a Saturday night at Let the Good Times Roll, I don't think I don't rub my chin and think how many of those folks are out of towners.
Right.
Success is success. You know, I mean, a rising tide lifts all ships. So when we see Festival Plaza bursting at the seams, it's a good feeling, even if say 80% of those folks are from out of town or from here in town rather.
Yeah.
So it's good for the economy. Getting people out, getting people off of their couches, spending money.
In downtown.
Right.
The beautiful city of Shreveport and downtown Shreveport.
You know, most weekends, all of the hotels in downtown Shreveport are 100% occupancy. I mean, they're just completely booked.
Wow.
Downtown Shreveport is really thriving right now. It absolutely, as far as visitation and hotel occupancy, it's doing very well.
That's great to hear.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, and I think, so how do we know what's going on? How do do we get to find out what's going on?
Well, and if you have an event, or if you're just looking for something to do, go to SB.
I'm always looking for something to do.
Well, we have a website called sbfunguide.com, and that's the letter S, the letter B, funguide.com. It's the official arts and culture calendar of the area, and we have probably 400 to 600 events on that calendar at all times. I mean, this is, if you're looking for something to do, go to this page. Also, if you're trying to get the word out, the page has 40 or 50,000 unique visitors a month. People are coming there to find out about things. So please, it takes about 10 minutes to add your event.
Really?
Once the event's added, we'll put it in brochures, we'll put it on billboards, we'll put it in print ads, and all this comes at no cost to the event organizer.
You're kidding.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Call you right away. This is awesome.
We're trying to get folks to come to Shreveport-Bossier because I love this area.
Me too. I mean, I'm from Shreveport, so I mean, you can't find a better place.
I kind of look at Shreveport and Bossier City as like the gateway to Louisiana.
Right.
You know, I mean, especially since
That's so true.
well, literally, I'm not making this figure up. 98% of the people who come to Shreveport and Bossier for visitation purposes, for fun, are driving here. A lot of cities, folks are flying in.
And it's expensive.
Right, but we have like 98% people who are car traffic from East Texas. You know what I mean? They're jumping over the border for a little taste of Louisiana culture, some gaming.
Yeah.
You know, we have 7 casinos here in this market. We have a lot of things that Texans can enjoy for the weekend and then hop right back home.
Yeah, so they can break their diet. Some of our Louisiana cuisine is start fresh from Monday.
Exactly. Come get a shrimp buster or a stuffed shrimp. Go do some gambling. Yeah, right.
Spend some money and
Right.
start back home Monday.
Right. You know, we may take some flack because we're up here in the northern end of the state, but there's still a whole lot of Louisiana culture to be had in Shreveport.
Yeah, that kills me. That
Me too.
really
Me
kills
too.
You know, Shreveport is a cultural mecca, I like to think. So what do you think is probably, and I don't want to pin you down, but what are the coolest things that people probably don't know that's fun to do in Shreveport?
Oh my goodness. This last couple of years, I've seen a huge dramatic increase in the interest in our food scene. And one thing that I think the general public has really discovered are those stuffed shrimp that Shreveport is famous for.
Yes.
I've seen restaurants like Eddie's be written up in, for example, Southern Living.
Exactly.
That was,
to
me, that was just a complete, you could have knocked me over with a feather because I thought we were, you know, it's never good to be the best kept secret.
I know.
I don't want to be the best kept secret.
Never.
So seeing those stuffed shrimp, which have been a tradition in Shreveport for 50 years, being celebrated as one of the best soul food dishes in the South by Southern Living.
Which is huge.
That's huge. I mean, the PR value is in the millions.
Exactly.
So, you know, I think we really are being discovered for our cuisine. People used to think you had to go down South Louisiana and have that
Get all the good stuff.
but they're finally discovering that we have really great cuisine up here.
Speaking of great cuisine, I'm hearing that some of that great cuisine might be at one particular special festival that's coming up.
We're talking about the Let the Good Times Roll Festival.
I think we're talking about the Let the Good Times Roll Festival.
You know, and I'm a big fan of that festival. I think it's, you know, one of the things festivals do for a community is they give it an identity.
Right.
So if you look at a lot of our festivals, and I'm not knocking them, but a lot of our festivals, they might celebrate Zydeco, or they might celebrate jazz, or they might, and you may not really, you may not leave knowing what is this community like.
Sure.
But I really feel like Let the Good Times Roll with everything from, okay, I'm just going to say it, but everything from the omega oil to the smoked turkey legs to Big Rob.
Like the size of Jurassic Park.
I mean, it's true. You can get so many things here at that festival. I love the Good Times Roll that really are special to Shreveport-Bossier. I mean, I think one of my greatest music experiences at a festival ever was Big Rob on Saturday night.
Come on.
And I mean, the place, the ground was shaking.
Yeah. I mean, really.
And he is such an unforgettable live performer.
Exactly.
With the costume change.
Everything. I know. It was one of those moments where, you know, I lost my hairstyle and I did come to the festival. Let's the Good Times Roll.
I mean, I feel like it's one of those festivals that will just entertain the heck out of you.
I know. It entertains me.
Right.
But Chris, I want to thank you for joining me. It's been great. It's been fun.
It's been my pleasure. I love talking about Shreveport-Bossier anytime. Thanks for having me on your show.
Good. Thank you so much. be right back with Fred Moss with the Let the Good Times Roll Festival. We'll be right back.
Coming up next on the hot seat, it's that time of the year again. Join us as Fred Moss sits in the hot seat next.
A lot of things going on with the festival this year, and one thing that's making it.
This segment of the hot seat is sponsored by iCola Radio. It's just music, baby. The 30th annual Let the Good Times Roll Festival is rolling through downtown Shreveport's Festival Plaza, June 17th through the 19th. A weekend-long celebration featuring live performances on 2 stages from top names such as Zap, Big Rock, Shirley Jones, Luster Baker, Theodis Ely, Keith Frank, Total Choice, Alter Ego, Dickie Baker, After 7, and many more. Named the Southeast Tourism Society Top 20 event, the Let the Good Times Roll Festival in downtown Shreveport, the place to be for friends, family, great food, and fun.
Average folks focus on what they're going through, but champions focus on where they're going to. There was a time in my life when I was headed nowhere, but giving up was never a choice. Giving more was. The good book says that this race is not given to the swift, but to those who endure to the end. So here I am. New doors are opening, because I am Southern.
The 30th annual Let the Good Times Roll Festival is rolling through downtown Shreveport's Festival Plaza, June 17th through the 19th. A weekend-long celebration featuring live performances on 2 stages. The place to be for friends, family, great food, and fun. June 17th through the 19th. This segment of the Hot Seat is sponsored by CityView Realty and Regenesis Construction Company, LLC.
Welcome back to the Hot Seat with Nova Williams, and I am here with my dear friend Fred Moss, of course. Fred, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here on the hot seat. It's definitely hot in the seat.
Well, that's right. And you have some hot information for us, and it's about my favorite festival of all time, the Let the Good Times Roll Festival. I have the brochure in my hand.
Yes, it is. The 30th annual Let the Good Times Roll. So this is one of those annual things in 30th year, and we've been around for 30 years. It's a festival.
30 years? That's incredible.
Yes.
So, for those that have been under a rock and don't know about this festival, tell me a little bit about, who puts it on and what it's all about.
Okay.
And, give us some history.
World Omega and Friends puts the Let the Good Times Roll Festival on, which World Omega and Friends is the financial arm of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, which is World Omega Chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity. This is
the affinity too, because I'm a Delta.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, this is our scholarship fundraiser. Most different organizations might have parties and dinners and stuff, but we have one big celebration on this weekend. And also, it celebrates Juneteenth weekend also, so that's very, very memorable. And everybody in Shreveport knows the third weekend in June is Let the Good Times Roll weekend. Like I said, we're celebrating 30 years. We've got a lot of things that we're doing with this festival that's different this year. Not only a couple of years ago, we implemented the 2-stage thing, and where now I don't want anybody to think that we have a main stage. Both stages are main stages. With entertainment. So we have a gamut of entertainment that's planned for this year.
Well, that's what I want to jump into.
Let's jump into the entertainment stage.
I've been waiting.
Okay, the good stuff.
I need to know the entertainment line.
Let me say this. We have a little bit of something for everybody this year, like we normally do. But on Friday night, we're kicking things off with Zap.
Yes.
Zap is going to be in town for my headliner on Friday night. On the backstage, we're going to do some local gospel acts. And that's
and our local gospel people are the baddest.
The baddest. The baddest.
Really,
yes.
This is not, second rate.
See, I have Pastor CJ with the Alpha Media Group. They're working at Charles Johnson. Is working the gospel for me. And also on Friday night, we're kicking things off with Legato Stone. Latasha and Legato Stone, they'll be kicking it off. And Shreveport's own Betty.
You're kidding.
Lewis.
Yes.
And the executives will be playing on Friday night. Also Luster Baker.
Okay.
And then it's going to come on into Zap
On Saturday, we have a gamut of music with jazz, blues, R&B. To give you the headliners, Theo the Steely. Shirley Jones of the Jones Girls, Nights Over Egypt. She's going to be here.
And you're a music aficionado. That's what a lot of people, well, I think everybody knows that about you. So you know all the good people.
Yeah, you know, and me and the brothers, we took a long time to just really look at different lineups. And I said, you know, we got to bring Big Rob back.
Gotcha.
So Big Rob is
how
going to...
many changes do you think he might do?
I think Big Rob might do about 10 changes this
okay.
time.
He might cut it down. I think it was about 20 last.
Yeah, he did that. And he brings a lot of excitement to the festival. Of course, Shreveport's own Dorsey Summerfield will be performing on Saturday night. Young lady from out of Memphis, her name is Sasha O'Shea. She brings this Jill Scott type of feeling to the festival. She has a lot of relatives here in Shreveport, and she actually brings, and Chris was on earlier talking about the tourists.
Exactly.
In the hotel, she brings she charters a bus with like 75 people.
What?
And they do this on their own. She charters her bus, and she brings her folks with her from Memphis.
So you gonna see this?
Yeah. And so and they occupy our hotels here. So she's gonna be performing, of course, Keith Frank, Zachary King, and of course from a Shreveport finest, Vicky Baker will be performing also on Saturday. And got a lot of things going on with Jabbo. You know, Jabbo does a lot of things with the young kids on Saturday. So he's going to do some things with the kids out there. And More Studios is doing this giveaway where they're going to give some airtime in their studio for If You Can Rap. If You Can Rap.
If you can rap, so I should enter that. Because I can rap.
You can rap?
I'm bad.
Okay. Yeah, you might need to check that out.
I'm telling you.
But that's on Saturday. On Sunday, let me just say this, he's in the Babyface family. And they have a new hit out on the radio.
Let me move my curl back so I can...
And people at my job say I sing it too much. But they have this song called I Want You, I Want You. After 7 will be in Shreveport on Sunday. The Alpha Media Group and 20 of those guys, man, they work some remarkable things over there. Yeah, so you know we had a little help from a little short guy here in Shreveport that just made a phone call to Kevon Edmond and said, hey, I want you to come to Shreveport. And Quinn said, you know who worked there? I said, who? He said, well, Rod Chaston knows that guy.
You're kidding.
So I didn't get a chance. I had to talk to an agent. I just called Rod, and Rod said, let me talk to Kevon Edmond, and we worked the deal out, and we sealed the deal for Sunday night with After 7. So After 7, Total Choice will be playing on the night. With Eddie Spencer, Alter Ego. Yeah, you have this guy named Mr. Sullivan who's going to be performing. Rodney Gant has a new band. Out of Houston. Yes, he's going to be there with his group. So we got a lot of things going on with the festival this year. And one thing that's making it so huge for us is that the 5K run is going to be involved with that this Saturday.
Wait a minute. We got to exercise.
Yeah, you got to exercise. Got to.
We're going to have some fun. Because I lose 20 pounds on the festival. But I gained it back on the food. Yes. Yeah. Saturday morning, the 5K run takes place in downtown Shreveport. Kicks off at 8 o'clock. Usually it's over with at 10 o'clock. This is our second time doing it. And we're incorporating a health fair with that. University Health is partnering with us. Really?
And we're dedicating this year to heart disease, because we've lost a frat brother, Roy Thomas, to heart disease, Cat Daddy, Big Noki, just a lot of guys have been, matter of fact, Ken Thomas, which is Roy's brother, had to go in and have a triple bypass. So heart disease is out there.
Right.
And so our health fair is going to be dedicated to heart disease. So University Health is going to have some people from the staff to come over and just chat with the guys on heart disease at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning at Riverview Hall. So, we're doing a lot of things in 3 days with the Let the Good Times Roll Festival. Of course,
it sounds like 10 days.
Yeah, it does.
It sounds like 10 days.
And when the brothers get through working it feels like it's a month. So we
take a month off.
Yeah, but I'll just go back to the heart disease thing. It's very important that people get out there and understand that it's out there and it's real. Like this year, heart attack is like the phrase word, the kick word now.
Exactly.
They're doing all kinds of commercials now on heart attack. So I think everybody needs to just take heed to that.
It's so important that, a group like the Omegas, who are leaders in the community, a fraternal organization, as men, affiliated with men and heart disease. I mean, we know about women. We have the wear red and all of that for women.
Exactly.
But men suffer from heart disease.
Yes, they do.
For the omegas to really step out.
Yeah.
And although we're having a lot of fun.
We have a lot of fun. We got to get the health in there.
Right.
On Friday morning at 10 o'clock, which we do the event with the kids, and we partnership with the Caddo Commission with that. They help us out with that. They're one of the sponsors of that. So we bring the jumpers in the Riverview Hall, and the kids have all-day fun jumping with the jumpers. And we also have it's great exercise. And then we have a workout team out there with them, working out with them and everything. So it's kind of good. We feed them and everything. So on that Friday morning, all the nurseries, all the daycares, they just drop a bus full of kids off on us, and we take care of them from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. It is just daddy daycare. So great year. Of course, all of this was started 30 years ago.
I can't believe it.
And
it seems like just yesterday.
Hillary Huckabee was a key role in this whole thing. And I called his daughter a couple of days ago and I said, well, hey, this year is going to be called the Year of the Huck for 30 years.
Oh, that's incredible.
And she's just like, okay, thank you, Fred. And so it's a very memorable year for us. Got a lot of hard brothers that's been with the organization for 30 years. They're still working out there with the festival. And if they're not working, their sons are working. So it's a big year for the Elizabeth Times Road Festival. And I just want everybody to come out because it's one of our biggest fundraisers.
So, fundraisers. Okay, so we have the music.
Have the music.
Which is like New Orleans, just New Orleans Shreveport version. We have all the food. It's not a dish out there that you guys don't have.
Exactly. The QR. Oh God, no, maybe all this is awesome.
Okay, I have to get some of that. Please put me some to that.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then you have, I guess, all of this centers around scholarships. So, tell me about that. I'm education.
Exactly. Well, let me say this.
Scholarships.
For over 30 years, before the brothers had an outlet to raise funds for scholarships, they was giving the money out of their pockets.
Wow.
So this started way back in the early 60s, 70s, 50s, 60s. They were doing this. And so when the festival came around 30 years ago, they said, hey, this is going to be our outlet to do it. And so me as being executive director, I'm like, even if the festival doesn't, if we have a bad year, we still the money still goes towards the scholarships. If we have to come out of our pockets. So, this year we were able to send 10 guys to school. It might not be enough to pay for their tuition, but it might be enough just to help them out with their rent. It might be enough to help them with a little gas money, books, and all that. And I have to say the guys, Mark Cooper, he hears that for us, and he makes sure that we get all the information out to all the schools and get these guys into the scholarship program. We also do a thing called Project Manhood, and we meet at Southern University in my classroom every Saturday morning, starting from August to mid-April, because we help them with standardized tests. Of course, TOPS is in trouble now, but we try to get them TOPS ready. And we also do what you call the ACT prep, and we also do the standardized tests that they're taking now.
How can young men get involved in the
Well, usually we get information out on our website. We send letters out to all the schools, and what happens, they pick the guys that meet our criteria. And they meet our criteria, we meet with them, we meet with the parents, and then we get this thing going.
So you have to be in good standing.
You have to be in good standing, and I can say this, even something out there for everybody, even the bad kids, we help those out too, because you can't leave anybody behind.
Right.
So, those kids that have low test scores, that's basically what we try to target.
Yes.
So we can get those scores up. And that's, to hear kids say, hey, Mr. Moss, I just graduated from this and that, from Southern University of Grambling with a GPA of such and such. I'm like, wow, 4.0. So that's what puts a smile on my face. That's the reason why we work so hard for the Elizabeth Times Road Festival, to further scholarships. And of course, the other programs, football teams, we have Little League football, we have basketball teams, baseball teams. So we never stop.
Never stop.
No, we never
People
stop.
just see the festival.
They just see the
weekend.
Yeah, see the fun.
Time.
And when you see people like, I'll use for example, Mr. Wesley, Henry Wesley,
yes.
we wear a lot of different titles.
Right.
Judge Stewart, DA Stewart. They wear a lot of different titles, but for that weekend, we all work that weekend.
Yeah, because I see y'all doing planning, I see y'all janitorial, I see you on
we do it all.
Guest
we do it all.
Everything.
And I always tell people it's not just about me, it's about the chapter in Royal Megan and Friends. Those guys take out time out of their busy schedule we don't have a lot of volunteers.
Yeah.
We have a few, but mainly you're going to see the brothers of Royal Omega out there putting in work that weekend.
Wow.
And for some, we work all year round
to
make it happen, you know. So I have a great staff. My board is great. Ken Thomas and those guys, man, they're awesome. Each day they're trying to do something different and something better.
Yeah. And it all centers back to education.
Education, it does.
Sending kids to school.
It does. It
and
does.
Making them better men.
It does. It does. And my thing is, we're not trying to make little cues. We're just trying to make better men. You know.
Men.
So at the end of the day, that's what the Let the Good Times Roll Festival is about. And I just can't wait. I want everybody to come out.
I do
It's
too.
going down.
I can't wait.
It's going down. You know, on next weekend. Just be ready for.
Okay, well, tell me, how can I buy tickets? I mean, how can I get? How can I get in this place?
$10 gets you in on Friday before 5. On Friday at 5 o'clock from 5 to 6, and $5 to get in.
So it starts Friday. Okay.
Kicks off at 5. You get in for $5, and I might do something special since it's the 30th year. So there's no telling. I might put a little PSA. I might get with Chris and say, hey, Chris, run this blog for me and say, hey, we might charge $5 to get in until 10. I don't know yet.
I need to check the tourism website because you never know. It might be a little special out there.
A little special out there. We're always trying to do something different. The shirts this year, we're asking everybody, buy a shirt. The shirts are going to be something great because it's our 30th year.
Oh, man. This is, I can't believe it's 30 years, but it has been 30 years of success.
It has.
Excitement.
Exactly.
And a whole bunch of good music. So
exactly.
I cannot wait.
And I just want people to pay attention to the stages because we don't have a main stage. Every stage is a main stage. So I want you in the back. I want you in the front. You have enough entertainment. That's it.
So you can get back and forth. Don't miss anything.
Yes, I want those hoverboards.
Right. That'd be great. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
On the hot seat. Ooh, it's hot too.
It is. It's hot. Well, I'll tell you what's going to be hot. Let's Good Times Roll Festival. So don't miss it. Next week, we're going to have Marcus Hines with STD, Howard McGinnis with the Caddo Parish Assistant Attorney's Office. So don't miss it. Next week. See you in the hot seat.
Annual Let the Good Times Roll Festival is rolling through downtown Shreveport's Festival Plaza, June 17th through the 19th. A weekend-long celebration featuring live performances on 2 stages. From top names such as Zap, Big Rock, Shirley Jones, Luster Baker, Theodis Ely, Keith Frank, Total Choice, Alter Ego, Vicky Baker, After 7, and many more. Named the Southeast Tourism Society Top 20 event, the Let the Good Times Roll Festival in downtown Shreveport, the place to be for friends, family, great food, and fun.
A compass is amazing. No matter where you are or how lost you may be, it always points you in the right direction. Where you are is just as important as who you are, because it determines what you hear. What you hear determines what you believe, and what you believe determines what you will be. No goal is out of reach for me, because I am Southern.
The 30th Annual Let the Good Times Roll Festival is rolling through downtown Shreveport's Festival Plaza, June 17th through the 19th. A weekend-long celebration featuring live performances on 2 stages. The place to be for friends, family, great food, and fun. June 17th through the 19th.
The difference between significance and insignificance is choice. And sometimes making those choices are tough. But isn't it amazing that our past has no place in determining our future? And that where we are now doesn't have to be where we'll be forever. So I'm not focusing on where I have been. Instead, I look to where I am heading. And I'm going somewhere great. Because I am Southern.
The 30th Annual Let the Good Times Roll Festival is rolling through downtown Shreveport's Festival Plaza, June 17th through the 19th. A weekend-long celebration featuring live performances on 2 stages. From top names such as Zap, Big Rock, Shirley Jones, Luster Baker, Theodis Ely, Keith Frank, Total Choice, Alter Ego, Vicky Baker, After 7, and many more. Named the Southeast Tourism Society Top 20 event, the Let the Good Times Roll Festival in downtown Shreveport, the place to be for friends, family, great food, and fun.